जिहाद, वो लफ्ज़ जिसके लिए शायद हम सब तैयार हों। क्यों? क्योंकि शायद वो आसान लगता है, क्योंकि पता है कि दुश्मन हमारे सामने होगा। लेकिन कौन है वो लोग जो ऐसे जिहाद करने के लिए तैयार हैं जिसमें तलवार भी वही हो, दुश्मन भी वही हो, जिसमें खून नफ्स बहाना ही शिकस्त हो। शायद कामयाबी सिर्फ उनके लिए ही बनी थी। Think about it. More than a year has passed, and this guy sitting right in front of you doesn't have a single client. He has had one client, but that was an unpaying client. That was something else. Think about that. I was so confident leaving school. I told my parents that just like, don't worry about the money you spent on my school so far, because I'm just gonna make like 10 times more than that in a year. And I thought I was gonna make it like in a few months or something. And I didn't. I am right here sitting. More than a year has passed, and I have nothing particular to show for my success. And the biggest part of that was that I thought that I knew what I was doing. The biggest part of that was, look, it's not scary, it's not bad, it's not how do I say this, troublesome if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't know what steps to take moving forward. It's to think that you know what you're doing even though you don't. And that sounds very wisdom like or whatever, but it's true. It may be whatever, but it's true. And a lot of people, especially who come from into this field in a young age like me, think they know what they're doing, because I surely thought that I knew what I was doing, and I was pretty terrible. I thought that the things I was doing, I thought that the steps I was taking were great. I thought my emails that I sent to those random people, like my prospects, they were the best. They might still be better than a lot of emails that someone else might send, but they're surely not. If they were really that good, they should have produced results by now. You may not be starting a business, you may just be in school or college or university, and this may still apply to you. You may still think that you know what you're doing, because this nature was built up when I was in school. It didn't come up when I was then I quit school and tried to start this business or something. This has always been in me. So it might just be in you as well. And when you actually move on to your professional life, like say into a job or into starting a business, this may stick with you, and it's going to be terrible if it sticks with you. Our egos are extremely high, especially in our day and age. The young generation, and I'm not gonna say that. That makes me sound like I'm trying to sound older. Nah. Our generation thinks that we know what we're doing. We have this huge ego to not learn. That stops us from learning. We don't humble ourselves. You may be a Muslim like me, you may pray, but you don't humble yourself. You don't learn anything. I'm just gonna circle back to that point. Like, think about it. A year has passed and I have nothing to show for myself. Nothing. I'm not mad that I quit school. I don't regret that. I don't regret that whatever choices I made. The only thing that I could have done better was not think that I know what I'm doing. It was to kill my ego. But, well, everything happens with a plan, and I ended up learning this lesson in a much better way than I would have if I learned it myself, probably. I had someone talk me out of it, essentially. And I am very grateful, and I was pretty lucky to find that person. That person that taught me to like kill this ego inside me, to not act special. because I'm not, and you might not have that kind of person. So that doesn't mean you delay this lesson to the point that you're essentially screwed. And by the way, I'm not trying to act like this wisdom cool guru guy. I am not. If you thought that this was gonna be one of those videos looking at the thumbnail, you were pretty wrong. That's your first mistake, essentially. What I can do, however, is portray whatever I've learned and experienced, so that you may learn a thing or two from that, or you may inspire. Look, I can guarantee you, if I was watching this video of like, and me talking with someone else, I would have had like my ego spike when I said learn something from this video, because it just hurts me to think that I have to learn from someone else. And even now, I'm not gonna just simply accept that I'm gonna learn something. I have to force myself, but that's a lot better than not learning at all. So if your ego hurt when I said that, you need to fix a lot of stuff, or if anything similar to that happened. If you can force yourself to learn from people younger than you, you can learn from anyone. Because at least for me personally, learning from someone younger than me hurts my ego the most, because it makes me look weak. Why does this person know what they're talking about but I don't? So I just like, nah. And learning from people who are younger than you, and learning from people who might be in a way under you. So like, you're if you're in school, you're what do you call them? Your juniors, yeah. Or if you're in a job, like your junior staff members, or something along the lines of that. So learning from people who are essentially supposed to be less qualified than you. If you can force yourself to learn from them, then you can learn anything, and that's like the best head start you can get into this change, into this reform or whatever. You can take things slow. You can learn things and take things slow. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be the cool anime guy, because you're not. I am not. I have to keep saying me. I have to keep forcing the insults on myself, because I know someone across the screen might be hurting by the things that I say. And if you're hurting, that's all the more reason to accept the fact that there is probably a high ego in you. The other day, my friend, this is like a really weird example. I'm gonna end the video on this. It's getting pretty long. The other day, my friend, we were eating, and I finished my food essentially, but there was like a bit of like, residue left, and my friend's like, just like, clean your plate and something. I'm like, it's clean. He's like, this is what's clean. So he showed me his plate, and like, it was like साफ हुई भी थी पूरी, like चाटा हुआ क्या क्या. And I was like, essentially I didn't treat that well, and I got really upset with myself after that, because I not only didn't want to accept that I was wrong, but I'm not gonna say that, but I mistreated him because of that. And that actually might be the reason he may never, or he may hesitate the next time to tell someone to do something good, because they might treat them the same way. I have still not apologized to him. I probably am before I upload this video. I'm probably going to before I upload this video. But then I cleaned my plate, so that's a step forward. So you don't have to be wise. I'm not wise. We're like, what, 15, 20, 30. We're not expected to be wise. But what we can do is like not be stupid. So let's try not to do that. and maybe we can build a better society around us. Maybe we can build a society that used to exist in the past, that has failed because of the people that are around us now, or because of who we are ourselves. I shook my camera a lot this video, probably because like it's on the table and I'm like, this table's like really wobbly, so I'm not gonna shoot this again. So tough luck, you're gonna have to watch this, or you probably watched it already. Assalamu alaikum.